everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today, we've got a team that's been great at defending the pass. The Vikings are top 10 at defending the pass. They'll be going up against the Raiders, who will need to solve that secondary.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Minnesota Vikings. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. They find some open field here. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down right around the 31.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Let's just go ahead and state the obvious. You're going to want a big game out of that guy. Big-time run to get things started. But even more importantly, coming in on the road, trying to silence the crowd, take them out of it a little bit, slow down the emotions of the game, and get yourselves under control and feel like, yeah, we're going to be okay on the road.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front, creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
On 3rd down, it's Parsons. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Ooh, that's taking a real chance on the opening drive of the ball game. I get wanting to be aggressive, but you don't want to leave your defense in a bad spot right away. Fortunately, they're able to convert here on 4th down.
much yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you can see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Now a handoff looking right. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Here we go now. Green,
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
now let's go. Green, 30. Detroit. Over. Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up, make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
Well, it's so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
What's in that body? Now let's go. Green, 39. Now look at 56. Look at 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Have got him. Khalil Mack. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. It felt like he was in the pocket all day, never got rid of it.
And when you have that much time, you've got to either find someone open or get rid of it, because with that amount of time to throw the ball, that means the offensive line's done a really nice job.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On 3rd down, that's Parsons. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. We'll check on his status when we get back. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now out comes Minnesota. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, 90.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Hurry up, here we go. Here we go.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, it's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game, they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you hope to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to, and probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Nelson. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here we go now. Detroit!
And the slot man goes in motion left. They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the... That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Elsewhere on the NFL scoreboard in Dallas. And it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Diaz. And he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Fresh set of downs here. Slot man moves right. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Diaz. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Second down following the run.
All right, here we go.
The slot man in motion right. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mario Edwards in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Leopard. Here we go now. Green 39.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. They'll set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. And the 49ers have scored again, really extending that lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game. There he goes left side. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Now back to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Let's go.
Back to throw now on first down. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this third quarter. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. The Raiders on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Green, 39.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They run the counter now on first down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. They're going to look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal here from the 9. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And tough starting field position here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderado. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play? That's what you need for a good counter. You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. But other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. 8 yards to go here on 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The Raiders on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. It's caught. Nelson. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 12-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now a handoff as they run left side. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They run a draw here on 2nd down, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Back there, here we go. 39. Watch it now, Barney. 3-19. Over.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. A 4th quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And the 49ers have scored again, really extending that lead. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. Now they try the right side here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. So out come the Raiders. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to let it fly. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Vikings, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.